Hey everybody, this is D Hunter, bringing another action figure review. Today, we're going to be looking at the Hasbro Marvel Legends X-Men Stepford Cuckoos. Now these are 3 characters from the X-Men universe. They were sort of cloned from a piece of Emma Frost, the White Queen. They end up having telekinetic powers similar to Professor X and the White Queen. I believe these to be a Walgreens exclusive. I ended up ordering them off eBay after about 50 failed attempts at Walgreens. Just looks like I missed the boat on these guys. So my collection is predominantly Batman related, but I'm a big Marvel fan too, just not a collector. I got these 3 figures because they could be great civilians or schoolgirls in my action figure world. They come with 3 different heads, so you can pretty much make them 3 different characters. So let's go check out the packaging here. As you can see at the top, Marvel Legends series, part of the X-Men Stepford Cuckoos, if I'm saying that right, from Hasbro. Nowhere on it does it say Walgreens exclusive, but I'm sure that's what they are. 3 different heads, 1 red head, 1 blonde, 1 black hair, 2 alternate hands, looks like some telekinetic effects across her arms, and then a Cerebro type helmet. One side you can see the 3 different girls, other side the same thing. The bottom, there is a barcode, in case that helps anybody. And the back side, you can see the 3 of them from the comics. So with no further ado, let's open them up. Alright, now that we got this figure out of the package, here she is with all of her accessories laid out. She does come with 2 alternate hands, totaling 4 interchangeable hands, 2 alternate heads, totaling 3 heads. She's got the Cerebro type helmet, and then some energy effects on her arms. Now I can kind of understand why this figure was so hard to come by. I was a little bit late to the game. I didn't know these figures existed, and once I found out they did, I really wanted to get me a pair of all 3 of them. So I went to all the Walgreens stores, couldn't find anything. Checked Walgreens.com, was really annoyed they didn't have their website, but turns out they actually did have their website at one time, and the stores had plenty of them, but people gobbled them up a long time ago. A lot of people are going to want to army build with these. I guess there were 5 of them in the comics originally, 3 blonde, 1 redhead, 1 black-haired. I just wanted to get a pair of all 3 with the different heads. My collection is predominantly Batman related, but I love civilian and regular looking action figures to enhance my 1/12 scale action figure world. I thought the 3 of them could make some good schoolgirls. Perhaps they'd be classmates of Mary Jane or Gwen Stacy, maybe Barbara Gordon. Perhaps there's some kidnapped victims for Batman to save. Or they could be some victims from a NECA horror figures. I could just see a ton of uses for these in my action figure world. So let's take a look at the figure. Starting with her head here, face looks very nice. I don't like the fact that all 3 of them have these sort of whited out eyes. Makes them look a little less normal. I could paint and get that corrected, or I could just ignore it, which is probably what I'll do. I'm going to say her hair looks great. I like the bangs, I like the different ponytails. Has different shades of blonde in there. The sculpt and paint job is excellent. Moving downward, she's got the sort of button-up, dress-up shirt, little bow tie type thing, leather jacket on top of that, looks great. Got the plaid skirt, of course, made of that bending material. She's got double jointed knees, looks like double jointed elbows, the sort of knee-high socks, black shoes here. This figure looks very nice and is going to be a great civilian in my action figure world. I could even see someone making a great Buffy the Vampire Slayer custom out of this. And then here's a figure broken down as far as she can go, with all of her removable parts detached. And then here are all 3 of them, broken down as far as they can go, with all of their removable parts detached. Next, let's check out her accessories, starting off with her hands. Here she is with her fisted hands. And here she is with her open, sort of more normal and relaxed hands. And they also work pretty good for when she's casting her telekinetic powers. Now let's look at her energy effects. These are going to represent her telekinetic powers kind of going through her arms. They're semi-transparent, they're made of a bendy material, and they will wrap around her arms pretty nicely. And of course, if you want to use them for a different figure, you can sure do that as well. Here she is with her arms up, using the telekinetic effects. It looks pretty cool, but at least for my purposes, I'm never going to actually use them for these figures. Now let's look at her helmet. This is a Cerebro type helmet that's going to go on the head of a telepath. metal. It's got some sort of soft wiry type stuff here. The interesting thing, it doesn't really fit on their heads very well. If you were to take her, you can put this on there, but it looks ridiculous and obviously doesn't fit properly. It does fit onto the black-haired head the best, as she doesn't have the ponytails and the elaborate sculpt. This helmet is more so meant for a figure like Professor X, with a head shaped like that. Now let's check out their heads. All three of them look very nice, especially the hair on the red and blonde heads. But I will say the hair on the black one looks very nice as well, just a different style. So here's a close look at the blonde head. I think the face and hair both look phenomenal, looks excellent. And here's a close look at the red head. Once again, I think they all three have the actual same face sculpt, but their hair is different. And they just all look great. And here's the black-haired one. She has a completely different style of hair, but I think they pulled it off very nicely. And here are all three of them, wearing each individual head, giving me three new characters from my action figure world. I probably will end up calling them Celeste, Mindy, and Phoebe in my action figure world, as they're just going to be sort of random different girls. Really liking this find so far. Now that we've taken a pretty good look at these figures and their accessories, now let's check out their height. From bottom to top, sitting at about 5.75 inches, which is going to translate to about 14.5 centimeters. Now, Marvel Legends is a 6-inch scale. Usually their figures are about 6.25 inches or so, but these are supposed to be some young adults or teenagers, a little bit younger schoolgirls, so they're going to be a little bit shorter. Now let's check out their articulation. Starting with her head here, of course, she can rotate from side to side. She can look up and down about that much. Shoulders on a ball joint. They've got a little bit more than 90 degrees, up, down, around, all that good stuff. No bicep cut. Single jointed elbows. I mistakenly assumed they were double jointed at the beginning. They can go in a little bit more than 90 degrees, and they can rotate. Her wrist can rotate around, and it's hinged as well. She's got a ball joint in her torso here. She can rotate around. She can also go forward and back. Legs are on ball joints and got about that far. Forward, about that much. Back, not too much. She's got a thigh cut here. Her skirt is made of soft material. You can bend it around. It's not going to interfere with any of the articulation. Double jointed knees. They can go pretty far back. She's got a shin cut where her sock is. Feet can go up and down, and they can tilt and rock as well. Here are the Stepford Cuckoos going to school, all carrying their school books. Now let's check them out, compared with some other action figures, starting off with some other Marvel figures. Here they are, next to Emma Frost. She's the White Queen. Here she is in a black outfit, I believe one she wore while she was with the X-Men. She is often affiliated with the Stepford Cuckoos. Here they are, next to a couple of other Marvel Legends teenage girls that I have. Here they are, next to Peter Parker, Gwen Stacy, and Mary Jane from Spider-Man the Animated Series. I believe they were all in high school at the time, and would work pretty nice with the Stepford Cuckoos. Here they are, next to all the different Marvel Legends regular-looking action figures that I have. These are all people I think I can use for civilians, citizens, businessmen, mobsters, thugs, all kind of different uses. If there's anybody I'm missing that I could use for the same purpose, please drop me a line in the comments below. I do appreciate it. And now, let's check them out, compared with some action figures from different various companies, to see how they fit in both scale and style-wise, in case you want to know which lines you can mix them with. Do keep in mind, they're supposed to be shorter, not full adults. Here they are, next to some Jazzwares Fortnite figures. And here they are, with some SH Figure Arts action figures. Then some Mafex figures. And now, with some Mattel, DC Universe Classics, and Multiverse figures. And here with some Mezco 1/12 cloth soft goods action figures. Here they are with some Mattel wrestling figures. Then with some NECA figures. And with some DC Direct and DC Collectibles figures. Then with some McFarlane figures. And here they are with some DST or Diamond Select toys. So overall, I'm going to say I really like these action figures. They were well worth the wait. I'm happy to finally have them, and I can stop stopping at every Walgreens I drive by. These figures look good. Their articulation is good. Their sculpt is good. Really impressed with all three of the figures' heads and hair. Schoolgirl outfit, very nice. So many different uses for these in my action figure world. 2 thumbs up. If I were to rate these figures, I'm going to give them an 8 out of 10. I'm just enjoying them every bit as much as I hoped I would. So this is D. Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say about the video, add it to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D. Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.